Ready? Okay. All right, I'll call to order the Planning Commission meeting on October 14th, 2025 at 4 p.m. I'll call to order, starting on my left.
Giardino here.
Dalton here.
Capel here.
Reppin here.
Hepner here.
Janzak here.
All right. Can we certify the posting of the meeting?
I certify that on October 10th, the agenda for the Town of Roan Plan Commission meeting for October 14th was posted at Rome Town Hall at 3:38 p.m., Quick Trip at 3:53 p.m., and Nakusa Port Edward State Bank at 3:57 p.m.
Okay. So we have an agenda in front of us. Do I have approval for agenda?
I make a motion.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. We got any citizens? No, it doesn't look like that. So we'll move on to number 6. Information updates, recent correspondence, current events, any announcements from anybody?
Nothing here.
Okay. All right, then we'll move on to number 7. Discussion and possible action, meeting minutes from Tuesday, August 12th, 2025, and September 9th, 2025.
Okay.
We have a,
You need a motion.
you need a motion to,
Yeah.
need a motion to approve those?
I'll make a motion to approve them.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, we got a approval, or a motion and approval, or a second. All in favor?
I have a
Aye.
question,
Oh,
Mr. Chair.
Yep, sure.
I don't think the August 12th minutes accurately depict the things that happened at that meeting. And I'm specifically pointing to item number 10. I know there was a motion made and passed forward to the board, and there's nothing in these minutes that reflect that.
Adding the lake and aquatic health management.
What we recommended to the board is that it not be a permitted use, but a conditional use.
Right,
So that motion needs to be reflected in these minutes.
yep.
I'm wondering if the, I obviously took what I had. I wasn't here.
I'm
Yep.
not,
but
I'm not
wondering if-
criticizing you.
No,
Emily.
I'm not
what-
taking it
what-
like that.
I'm merely suggesting that they are not accurate. And that's-
What's
and
the
the other thing with this is that the board went and removed this item from their agenda. That's why it needs to specifically be in this minutes.
Got it, okay. I'm thinking maybe Taylor started it and it was not completed, since her name is on here.
Yeah.
So we'll bring these back.
And I don't remember if there were others. That's the only thing I'm worried
I'll
about.
do a full,
But that one I know for sure.
I'll redo the minutes,
Yeah, you
obviously.
can listen
I'm
to the
gonna
meeting and,
rewatch it.
yeah.
Because I'm thinking there was a recommendation on item 9 as well.
Okay, yeah, I mean, there's 4 or 3.
Anytime
numbers
there was a
completed, but-
recommendation, I believe we made one that evening.
Okay,
I know we did one for Heartland.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
So I'll make a motion to, with those exceptions there, to put those back in. Okay. Second? All right. All in favor of that?
Aye.
Aye. All right. And let's see. Discussion only. Introduction of the new town administrator and zoning, Karen DeRoff, and zoning administrator Emily Arndt.
I'll go ahead. I kind of already introduced myself
Yeah.
to you guys, but I will introduce myself again. I am the new town administrator for Rome here. I started last Monday. That's my first day, so I'm on, what's that, day 7 now? I think that, or wait, today Tuesday?
Yeah.
Day 7. See, I'm already losing track of time. I'm so busy. Day 7. Karen DeRoff is my name and how you pronounce that. And I was town administrator over in Antigua, and now I've moved over here. And, yeah, stop in, see me, ask questions. I'm here to help.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Yep.
I'm glad to have you.
I'm back from 2 years ago, those who don't know me. Left for a couple of years, now I'm back. If you have any questions, I'm an open book. You got two strict people here now, so.
But we're glad to have you both here.
Correct. I would say, you know.
We go by the book.
There's rules. They're there in place for a reason.
I think others would call us strict.
Would they?
Probably.
Oh, I don't know.
All right, great, guys. Any discussion on anything you want to ask? Anything? No? Okay. All right, then we'll move on to number 9, discussion only. Update new staff and current discussion items for future agendas.
So I guess we want to just get in the loop of what conversation's going on, what's kind of coming up here. There's a few things that are floating around that I guess we just want to hear from you guys what you want to see on the next agenda that we may have not heard about, or just get it kind of written down and figured out.
Yeah, I think one thing, we didn't really move forward with that for the structures for the size. We moved that onto the board, the structure size for downtown, town here. We were going to go 24 by 24.
No, I thought we passed
It
that.
was
That
recommended
was just,
to the
that
board.
was the shed size.
Oh, yeah, right,
That was a
right.
such, but we didn't do for the town of Rome Center. The
No, it was the
secondary-
town room center.
This
It was the shed,
restructure, we
wasn't
did them both.
we did them both.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
we did that.
Okay. Then I'm
But
mistaken.
are we talking about the next agenda coming up? Because I got something I want to bring up.
Well, I guess we just want to hear kind of what's been going on, maybe in the past couple agendas that you feel it would be good to know, and then going forward, what's.
Is this when the last meeting was, August 12th?
No.
that was
No, no.
September.
the next
September.
one.
There's another set of
There's
minutes
two
now.
sets of
Oh,
minutes.
I got you. Sorry.
You're good.
I'm like, August 12th, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so September 9th was the last meeting. Okay, got it.
Well, I'd like to maybe do something, look ahead about the solar farm.
Yeah,
And
so I
come
brought
up with
that
some
to your
kind of
attention.
ordinance to be prepared down the road, so we're not caught off guard with stuff.
You can't change the zoning or
I know,
anything
but
relative
there's
to-
things that maybe we can look at.
Well, we could talk about it because we want to be ahead of the curve
Yeah,
in the event.
Can put in what is
legal.
Legally-
It's a
Right.
conditional use, is it
yeah,
not?
Right.
by
I believe-
state. There's not much.
There isn't much. I understand.
Well, like the buffer zones, adhere to the buffer zones.
We'll have to figure out what.
Right, I mean,
we can
they do have an
Yeah.
attorney that we have to bring this to,
Yeah.
but I also know I don't want to get caught up behind the 8 ball. I want to make sure we're ahead of the curve in the event that this thing unfortunately goes through. I want to make sure we have control of you know, what we can control here.
Yep.
And that's why I thought maybe we need to kind of talk about having some ordinances in place and discuss it and take it from there and see how far we can go with it.
So I think the
Would-
first thing is to make it clear to all of us what we are allowed to control.
Right.
Yeah, we should probably
And
know
then
that.
after we understand what we're allowed to control, is how we would want to control that.
And is it a conditional use permit that they have to come in for? From the
It's
town?
a conditional
I
use.
thought it was.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's a conditional use.
Yeah, and that would kind of cover any
But there are-
conditions of buffer areas.
But there
and
are
stuff.
circumstances that the state extends to us that we have to obey and not try to encroach on their rights, so.
But
But we need to know what they are.
a
Yeah.
conditional use permit, then.
Allows you to
is
put some-
conditional, it
some-
could be inconsistent application. or-
Well, you can't be inconsistent with the state law. That's why we need to find out what
Right.
we are allowed to do.
Right.
I would suggest too, not just solar, but incorporate anything that may have to do with wind turbines
All
as
renewable
well.
energy.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm just saying that there's a company that I dealt with. They were also dealing with some other municipalities in Marathon County. They were looking to put in wind farms, and it was suggested that they create an ordinance that also incorporates solar, because they were working on a wind ordinance, but it should incorporate the solar too, any other kind of those renewable energies.
But with
So-
AI, we might want to look at a nuclear plant as well.
I would say something that encompasses all new sources of energy like this, that, and whatever is allowable.
And also
State.
old sources of any, if you had your own personal waste oil burner wouldn't
There you go.
be something we want to take a look at. too.
We have to really consider what's allowable by the state. That's one of the big issues with the solar.
We are
Yep.
limited
So,
with some of that stuff,
yeah.
yeah.
So you want to put that on the agenda and we could look it up and see what's, like, I like what Karen is saying, look at what is in use in other facilities, like you said, Marathon, and there are other,
Marathon County, it was a couple of towns over there.
I think that was Kellner.
I gotta think about it.
They got a big one going in over there, a solar farm going in Kellner.
Well, these are two towns over there that actually fought back, and right now, if I'm understanding everything correctly, and things haven't moved forward since I last looked, it is in appeal. The judge ruled in favor of the towns, and it is under, well, they haven't filed an appeal yet. So I don't know where that's going.
Well, that's, I think you're thinking about
Wait for 'em, I don't know.
that's the one in Dane County, that's the town of Christiana.
No, there's two of them in Marathon. I can't.
Oh, Marathon, okay.
Towns off the top of my head, I got it.
Grant,
No,
okay.
I have to think about it. I can't remember.
Okay, but either way, we need to get a hold of that, find out what's working there, what has been acceptable, and start putting it into place here.
Yeah, at least look into it, yes. Yeah.
Yep, it'll require a little bit of.
A little bit of research, yeah.
But it's something that can definitely come back to you guys and,
And then we can report that back to the solar
Solar
committee.
committee, yeah. The other thing too is I like to look at possible ordinances for wakeboarding.
Wakeboarding or wake?
Wake
voting.
boating, I'm sorry.
Surfing.
Yeah, surfing, yeah,
Wake surfing.
wake. Or wakeboard devices, what we can do with those.
Isn't there already a proposed ordinance and
There isn't a ordinance yet, as of yet. There's just suggestions.
Yeah,
out
but
there.
you remember what they said at the town board? They wanted to put that up for a referendum.
That was up in the air about the referendum yet. That was up.
Okay,
It wasn't clear about the referendum.
okay, I thought it was a done deal.
No,
That's how we're
unfortunately.
gonna do it.
No. I liked the referendum idea, but I didn't get a real straight answer from that.
Okay, that's what I thought they said, and that's how we cleared up on a referendum. But how would that affect us here on planning?
We still would have to come up with some kind of ordinance. You know, the propose, what I'm thinking is we'd have to have some kind of ordinance in place for the referendum. You can vote either way.
Okay, we gotta clear that with the,
We have to clear that up with
With the
maybe with the
board
board
and with the
then. Yeah.
Well, the Tri-Lakes district had the referendum on the
Yep.
nano bubbler, and that was open to anybody that owned property.
but that's what we're gonna do. We did discuss that on the town board, that we are gonna allow people, even though they're not full-time residents, because they have a property on the lakes,
Makes it
that
advisory.
they have a hand in saying what's,
Sure.
so that's what I remember
That makes
taking.
it advisory.
Well, maybe that's
It's a
what, it wasn't
referendum.
it was not a voting referendum. It is, but not what you would do at the
What, maybe a
polls.
non-
It's not a
non-binding,
mandate, right.
a non-binding, one?
Non-binding, right.
Advisory.
Yeah, it's an advisory one, yeah.
And that's what I think they want to go with, and from that point, formulate something from there.
We
That-
do have, I'm just gonna interject really quick. I received, information about, Wisconsin Town Association, WTA, is having a meeting on October 31st. Both Emily and I are gonna be at that, cause one of the topics is wake boats. So I don't know if anybody's interested. It is during the day. We're gonna set it up in here so we can have it on the big screen. So if any of you are interested in, like, learning what some of the law, state law.
I would be
is
interested, yeah,
surrounding
yeah,
that,
yeah.
we're gonna set it up in here. Emily will send out the information to you, so you have the date, time.
Yeah, that'd be
I
great.
think it's October 35. I wanna say 1 o'clock, but I'm not positive. But she can send the information out to you, and we can all join in here. If there's more than a quorum, obviously, we'll just make a notice, do a notice of it, so that in case we've got, 3 or more, we can. 3 or 4.
You can go trick-or-treating right after that, pal.
There you go.
Yep,
That's what I was looking for. Maybe I'll come in costume.
yeah.
I mean, hey,
We'll-
come on,
we'll-
Tim.
And then there's a couple other topics, but wake boat, since we're talking about that, is on there.
Yeah. No, that'd be great, actually, yeah.
You can learn all about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny, I would think that would fall under the DNR. I mean, that's really interesting.
They may be working together with that.
I think
don't
there's
know
been
if they'll
enough
present.
requests from towns
Yeah.
in the Wisconsin area relative to this that they're probably having their legal people look at it and come in with-
There is, we do have to go through DNR, don't we, for some ordinances with, if we put on the lake like that? I thought there was something I was told from the DNR that we'd have to go through.
I don't think so.
I'll double check that. I
Depends
think
how you,
it
depends what you're asking to
Yeah.
do.
Some counties have a ordinance. I mean, there's not much you can do. Essentially, like, set a limit or a distance from shore that you can make a wake.
Right.
Or hours at which you can make a wake. Those are
About it.
pretty much what you gotta do.
No, well, Lake Beulah, there was a story in the Milwaukee Journal. Lake Beulah just banned them. That's actually a pretty big lake. But yeah, you can ban the use of wake enhancing, as long as it's technically written sufficiently.
You can, but I don't know that it's been succussucked challenged
So,
yet.
what was the name of the town?
Lake Beulah, which is in, Walworth and Waukesha.
Yeah, it's a wide lake, so it's well over 250 at, yeah.
Well, I'll look into it. I'm
Yeah.
curious if that includes like the use of sandbags or water bags, or if it's just.
Well, I tell you what,
that sucks in
have
the
you
water.
talked to Carl about this? Because we've been really covering this issue for quite a few months now.
Yeah.
And we have an attorney on, guiding us, which is why the last thing, like I said, we talked about was a referendum, because we'd hopefully get an answer, and maybe, hopefully by spring. So before you make a move, talk to Carl and see what he's done, so you don't, go back and do what he did. You already got that on hand.
Did Carl ask you to put it on our agendas?
No,
What's that?
You might want to check with
Yeah,
Carl.
we can check
Because
with
the
Carl.
board has been dealing
I
with
was gonna
this
say,
Yeah.
my
at the board
understanding is
level.
The board has been handling this issue.
Right.
And I think if they're handling it, it might not be appropriate that we now.
That's,
Well, I think Tri-Lakes were trying to come up with an ordinance too, so I'm just saying, if they're
Yeah.
working on it.
I've attended workshops and gone to conferences that had kind of lectures on this, so I'm pretty well versed in. I thought what you brought up with banning the wake device or
Device,
whatever it
yeah.
is, I thought that was illegal. But
Not owning them, but using them, it's like fireworks.
That's a good analogy.
Cracks
yeah.
me up.
so yeah, maybe it's because you can't ban a boat.
No, we're not banning the
Yeah,
boats,
yeah,
right,
but the
right,
use of-
right.
The
The
enhancement.
enhancement of it, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
That
I'm-
creates the wake, yeah,
And it's primary erosion, right? I mean, that's the key thing.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right.
so if your pontoon boat creates a wave, are they going to arrest me? Because my pontoon boat, no matter how slow I go, it creates a wave.
Right, right.
So I get ready for this. I mean, you're,
No,
It's gonna be a fight.
that's
It's
where
gonna be a
hard.
fight, yeah.
And
Yeah,
that's
some of the
why
big
it's
tri-tunes make
typically
really
you
big
need
waves.
to do hours for making a wake or distance from shore. And
that's all I've heard is that you can control the hours.
hours and distance from shore is the big one that you hear when you're talking about erosions, especially because those wake boats you need to be like it's 200 from shore from a typical boat, and then it's like 700 feet to make a comparable wake.
Right.
I'm probably off on these numbers.
And
but
there's
it's
also,
something-
there's also the depth.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, depth.
Yeah, but
Okay.
we're talking really shallow lakes, so you're making.
We're narrow and we're
But
shallow.
anyway, I think she's got a good point. We got to defer this back to the
Yeah,
board, because we've been
we'll have
dealing with
Carl get a
this.
hold of you, and,
I
yeah.
want to correct myself, they did not pass it yet.
But the other thing is, I just want you to know, that we have fish cribs in these lakes. Well, they're 100 to 200 feet off the shoreline, away from and those things are not protected. And we need to protect those. So I talked to DNR, that is possible. So that we can do. Okay.
That's like keep them out of lily ponds.
Yeah. All right.
So we're gonna defer to,
Yeah, we'll let
Board.
the board get back to you about that, how they want to pursue with that. Yeah.
We can
Yeah.
certainly bring information to you guys.
Yeah.
Just give you an update on it.
Just an update if you hear anything.
Yeah.
But I do like that meeting that, you know, I could maybe help, I'd like to attend that one too, that you're talking about at the end of the month.
absolutely.
For sure. Yep.
The thing is, it's apparent that it's a hot topic, because I think it's fair to all to come to a decision as soon as possible and not wait until the middle of next summer.
Yeah.
And ban it on July 3rd. That just isn't fair.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
to my knowledge, one of the things that the people that are in support of them, their argument is they don't create any more wake than Shermalot does with their 3 motors on there. So that's just something,
with the ski team.
yeah.
Well, and that's something to consider too. It's,
All right.
you can throw a huge motor on a pontoon. That's
Yep.
all.
They make pontoons with wake devices now. They do. It's
they
called
do, you're
Montero, I
right.
think.
So it's-
Yeah.
I swear I don't
Device
have
is
one.
not the devices and the use of the device is not the actual.
Yeah. Okay, I just thought I'd throw that out there. Anybody else got anything?
The only other thing we've been talking about, and I don't know if we want to go there or not, and it was small-scale solar projects, whether we should have an ordinance for
Are we
the,
talking
like
about
home
just
use?
like solar
were-
panels on a
Personal
roof?
use.
we were talking
Yeah.
like business rooftops and,
I believe
on a
Jeremy
post.
had some ordinances written up. I can bring those
Right.
from the next meeting. I don't know if you've seen them or not, but
No.
we've seen them.
Have we?
Yeah, they handed them out.
I remember that.
Do they gotta get a
We have
building
about
permit?
3 of them.
I'll have to look and see.
electrical.
We got them from the guy that was the consultant.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'll bring them again.
But he was, I thought
And-
at the very last meeting, he was talking about one that was simplified that
I think,
didn't
I
have.
thought he
a
was
very-
still working with
like
the
just a couple
lawyer with
things.
that. city
yeah,
lawyer.
it's a much,
Scaled down, reduced.
it's very, yeah, it looks very simple and easy
Okay,
to.
then we haven't seen that.
Okay, I'll bring that.
Okay.
Was
I mean, is what we have on that strictly for the rooftop, or can they,
It was it was post mounted, it was rooftop, and it was standalone,
oh, really?
all 3.
That was all 3, yeah.
Okay, okay.
The other thing I think, thought we started to talk about was requiring dumpsters with the transfer site, restricting construction debris.
That's
Oh,
already
that's all,
done.
that's all done.
Town's done that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we
I
passed that,
missed
that's,
too.
yeah.
Okay. Then
Was there conversation, so I know you guys discussed accessory buildings in Rome Town Center, but was the size in residential districts discussed? I briefly looked at, or we were listening, I like jumped around in
I
some
think we
minutes.
did because
We did pass the
the standard
10
that they
by
sell at Home
16.
Depot,
Yeah,
what,
this-
it's 16 by 10?
So that's sheds, I'm
That's
talking
sheds.
accessory structures, so like a garage.
An additional garage.
additional garage, yeah. No.
So right now, the minimum width is 24 feet. We don't allow anything smaller than that, which is large, and there's been comments on it. And I have already, I've been here going on, this is my 3rd week, I think. Losing
if you
track
had a-
already. I've already had 2 plans I had to send back because their buildings were too small.
So if you had an attached garage and you want to build a detached garage, you could build a 1-car garage. Is that your interpretation right now?
Yeah, I mean, you can build a 1-car garage as long as it's 24 feet, which is large.
Yeah, that's-
Which is a 2-car garage.
Yeah,
two-
like
Width or length or width or
minimum
depth?
width, so, yeah. So, you can call it a 1-car if you want, but
we could turn that into like a maximum, that way they can be smaller.
I wouldn't do
You
max.
want to do the max? Okay. Okay.
But I would, I mean, looking to
We have-
reduce it to 16 feet. We have that in R2 zoning district. I believe the minimum width is 16 feet. I'll have to pull code to make sure I'm correct there.
A lot of the maximums would be sort of covered by setbacks and permeable surfaces.
Yes.
As to the maximum that you could build.
Yeah, we don't want to set a max. It's a very limiting factor, and we don't want to be, we don't want to go that route.
All right. Anybody else? All right.
We do have conversations about the comprehensive plan coming up that needs updating. And so Carl has asked that we take a look at that. And I'm just wondering how many of you actually have a copy of the comprehensive plan or know how to access it on our website. So if you know how to access it on the website, then we can take a look at that. And I don't know how we want to, move forward with it, go about looking at it, but we'll have to set up community engagement as we walk through, update to get feedback from the community. I'm just mentioning it so that you guys know what's coming up. That needs to be done by, I know there's loose.
Middle of next year.
Coming from Minnesota, it's a little bit more strict over there in terms of,
I think it's
those
May.
deadlines.
May
I
or
understand it's a
something
little
like
bit
that.
looser here, but, there's deadlines and that has to be updated by
Right,
26, so.
Where in the, what section on the main site is the comprehensive plan? I think
Oh,
it's-
I had to dig.
I had to dig.
I had to kind of,
Is it under
it's
community?
not obvious.
It's under community, under planning.
Yep, I believe so.
If you go to community,
Yeah,
you'll
it's not
find it.
obvious. I would like to have that maybe more, maybe, we'll figure that out eventually. A link that's right on the front page to the comp plan. I think that's really important.
Should be right,
It's
right with the
community-
ordinances.
It's only
Should be right
It's our
next to
guide for
right next to
everything
the
that we do
ordinances.
here.
Yeah, that's,
Same
And the
place.
community should be able to access that very readily. You don't have to dig into
Right.
several pages of the website to find that.
I'd have to
So
look. I don't
that'll get
remember where it
changed
is.
eventually.
Nice thing is too, if we could post one internally, so all of us could log in and put comments in too, that would be great as we go along. So all the comments are in one place.
We could do that.
Or the plan commission. Is that what
Right.
Yeah, that would be a good, just a little chat center.
Yeah, because then we know what each other's talking about, you know?
We
But
gotta
you
be
gotta be
careful about
careful.
walking.
walking quorums,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's a problem.
yeah.
If it's
We were all
a-
thinking at the same time.
Yeah, if it's a one-way, so if it's a one-way, if you could put in information, but, all comments are peer-to-peer. In other words, you couldn't be holding a group conversation. You could put information in, you could see information individually, but you
Or-
couldn't have a,
Well, I can't comment on
Or-
it.
So no comments,
You could-
but you can edit. Like there's not a chat,
yes.
but there's,
There's
you
not a
can,
chat.
you
There's
can
not
do
a
like,
group chat.
You could set it up and then check comments off.
Well, you talk, like, community
Yeah.
engagement, wouldn't it be nice to have people just go on the website and they make a, submit a comment?
Well, we can set
Ooh.
up a survey or something.
Something like that,
I mean, we
yeah.
can, there's a lot of different ways that we can do this.
Yeah.
My preference would be that, we need to figure out different ways, including electronic. But, I just think one of the best ways is to just meet people face to face where they're at and, talk about the different, so one of the things I did, we called it Community Cafe, and we set up in various locations around town,
that's good.
meetings, and it was a topic, so whatever, transportation, parks, whatever the case may be, housing, and we had them on different nights, and then people felt comfortable coming into board chambers, and, they're more comfortable, they'll show up at, the brewery for a session like that, or the coffee house for something like that. They're a lot more comfortable in that element, and then they're a lot more willing to open up and share what are their thoughts and ideas, as opposed to coming in here and, this can be daunting for people. So it worked out fantastically, and the comp plan that we put together in that community ended up being some of the standard that was adopted by the Metropolitan Council over in the Twin Cities. It worked out that well, and the gal that we had working on it was just phenomenal. But, so it was a really cool, fun idea for the community, and there was a lot of engagement that way. So they get to pick and choose the topics they're interested in. Because not everybody cares about housing, not everybody cares about transportation, right? So that's an idea we could do for some community engagement. We do need to have something online for public comment, which is easy. We can set that up. We can do like a Facebook survey or something like that where people can, or we can do MailChimp, not MailChimp, SurveyMonkey, and do stuff like that. So there's a lot of ways we can approach this, but the point would be as much community engagement as we can possibly get out of this. So that will be you know, coming. It has to get updated. That has to get updated. So,
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
And then, of course, any comments you have along the way, as you read through it, send them to Emily.
Anything else coming down the pike? Anybody with any plans that we need to look at or anything?
That I've received.
Nothing? Okay.
One thing I did notice that it seems like the building permits are lower this year than they have been the last couple of
I was
years.
just gonna say that. Yeah. I saw
Have you
that.
noticed that? I don't know if you saw that.
That's because I
Phew.
can't get anybody to finish my house, so.
Yeah, where do you see that data, by the way? Where do you see
It
that
was,
data?
it was in the,
My board report,
Yeah, it was in the report that you sent us. I think.
Yeah, because I was gonna ask that maybe there'd be a way to have that, you know, posted as well. So it's easy access.
well, it is. It's right in the packet. I don't know if that's available to everybody.
yeah, I
Should
mean,
be,
it's,
because it should be accessible online.
yep,
Okay,
it should
perfect.
be.
Well, then it's easy.
Should be able to
I was
go
just
to,
thinking- I
what
was
is
just
it,
thinking about
agendas and
that.
Yeah,
minutes. and
it'll be
click on there.
monthly updates,
Okay.
yep.
Yeah, I just happened to notice
Well,
that,
not
and I
daily.
just thought I'd comment on it.
Yeah, what would be
Monthly's the
the,
best you're getting.
I don't know, because I'm not a builder, so I, you know, thoughts on why that would be as far as the building industry and what's
I
happening.
believe that also, home sales are also down
Slowing
down too.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
The good thing is, I mean, there were some plots that we just passed that, you know, they want to build. So I think there's some interest yet out there. But
How many, what was the numbers for, last year of like new builds? Do you have that?
I didn't-
itemized out?
I'm looking.
In
You got that?
2023, we were over 200,
New
Yeah.
builds?
yeah.
Okay.
200 building permits. So what that means is any permit pulled. What are we at now?
Oh, okay.
121,
121,
oh no, zoning permits, building permits is.
160 some?
153 and then 22 in September.
Okay, we're at 160
Up
some.
against
right now.
175. Yeah, we're at
That's just building
175 and
permits
there's
in total.
275 for 2024 of building permits.
Oh, 275.
Anybody?
Yeah.
Right.
And it was fairly consistent from 2020 to 2024 of
Right.
268 was the low and 316 was the high, and now we're
A little lower
at
than
20.
we have been.
We might hit 2019 levels.
I
Well, the economy's
did
down.
have a contractor say that it's slowing up a lot.
I can give you an educated guess. Short-term rentals aren't as lucrative as everybody thought they were. So the spec house building is going down.
Houses haven't dropped that much. The building permits overall have dropped.
So additions and things like that.
Additions, any electrical permits pulled, plumbing, accessory structures.
And the number of vacant lots is also decreasing.
Yeah.
And you could speculate on that too, is that the, you know, economy has finally caught up with people and they're
Yeah.
spending less.
Yep.
Happened by
The building-
necessity.
Is the building permits, the fees, a significant source of revenue to the town?
So MSA sets their own fees.
Okay.
It's a different fee schedule than we worked with when we had Dan Hansen here.
Okay.
It is higher. I don't think that would deter building.
It's $100 or $50.
No,
No, I don't think that.
it's not that much.
But. All right. So then I guess we can move on to
Delta.
next meeting date and time? Or
There
we,
was, I think there was one thing that I read about proposed campground across from Syracuse.
yeah, that's moving on to the Park and Rec. Yep, yep.
I'm getting looks here.
Yeah.
First we've heard of that.
Okay.
Yeah, that
I
was,
haven't at least.
that was the last meeting, then they.
I'm on day 7. I know nothing.
We'll look into that
I'm
one.
learning.
It's gonna have to come to.
Yeah, that would probably come through here then too, probably, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, they were talking about letting Park and Rec look into that.
What, a campground?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Where?
By
So the
Syracuse.
town is
Across from
looking
Syracuse.
into doing it.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
over there.
Yeah.
That's Yeah, that's
Or
not,
the people
That's been
want to
talked
stay
about for a
overnight,
while.
yeah.
Yeah, to try and make it more of a destination.
that's been,
Destination, they
yeah,
can go there and,
that was on the drawing board a couple of years ago already.
So when you say across, like across the road from it?
that's what I
Yeah.
heard, it was across the road there.
Oh,
I implied across the road.
Right.
because-
Yeah, but see, then, are they gonna have electrical hookups and water hookups?
That's what I was
I
understanding,
mean, that's,
It'd
Right.
have to be full setup.
yeah, you can't just go, you know,
Yeah,
yeah,
there'd have to be
sanitary
septic.
everything.
Yep.
Like the trap, yeah.
yeah. So, something
That would
to,
be really
something down the road.
That'd be great attraction. I mean, yeah. Bring your ATVs, UTVs, and head across the road and, yeah,
All right,
interesting.
anything else?
Does that mean we get campers for the ski hill too?
Yeah, maybe, huh?
I mean, maybe, winter camping.
All right. So next meeting date and time is November 11th, 2025 at 4 PM. Does that work for everybody?
would that be, would
actually
that be a
does not-
holiday?
That is a problem for me.
That's November 11th, it's Veterans Day.
My wife is having surgery that day and it'll be a long day. So can we move that date?
I don't know if we've ever moved a plan commission.
We
Or-
haven't,
I think it says usually, because I was looking at
It's
it.
always second Tuesday.
Yeah, I
of the
know,
month
I've,
at
there's,
Right, but like I said, what about a holiday?
I would like to move it to 18th, but
Yeah, that is Veterans
Do you
Day.
have our, I don't have the board.
I was just gonna say, I'm
calendar
not
on my
sure.
phone.
yeah, I don't know.
Either.
I don't have,
And I don't have
I
my
think it's in the office.
Two of the seven of us.
We checked it, I mean,
Yeah.
The 11th is, you're right, that's
it's a Veterans Day, I don't know.
It is.
And plus, you're gonna have people here for all kinds of veterans activities.
Yeah.
Are we?
And plus,
Yeah.
if you're
At
like
4
my
o'clock in the
dad, you go
afternoon.
around to everyone
Well,
as you can. and
They're gonna
keep
have a luncheon.
your vet
yeah,
goods.
but that's out
Let
of
me
here.
go
the
grab my
cemetery,
laptop.
But that's out of here by
during the
that
day
time.
usually.
It's out of here by 4 o'clock.
I know, when I say, okay,
I mean, I want to move it, but I'm just saying I don't think that would be an issue.
Just send a big reminder.
or it's, I mean, I don't have to be here. I mean, somebody else can share that
I mean, I
night.
want to be hunting
There's
down
not
south,
much
so
going
I don't want to.
Yeah, there ain't that much. I
Not
mean,
much going on.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's, I mean, we could curtail it to December too. I mean, if there's not much going on.
Could have.
There'll
an
probably be
AI.
more to talk about.
what
I
is
don't know
it?
that if
Is
we
that
can skip.
I don't know that you can delay
No,
the,
no, I brought a beer to the
I
meeting.
think we need to jumpstart the comprehensive plan.
Yeah, you're right about that. That's a major thing that needs to get done.
Yeah, we need to get some action on that thing.
Yeah, we did those when we went with Visit Rome. They helped.
We are still live. I just want to remind everyone.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
see, you had me fooled, I'd have you do a sobriety
Are
test.
you watching?
Oh, what am I? I'm listening to your conversations and I'm just
Okay.
reminding
Yes.
you're live.
We're gonna do it on, we changed it?
I think we, yeah,
We're looking up the
Checking-
meeting.
should see if there's
the
any dates
boardroom.
available. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. I mean, what day were we thinking of? Because we're scheduled
Push it
for
a week.
4 o'clock on Tuesday. That is Veterans Day. There doesn't appear to be anything scheduled the following Tuesday. Or anything else that week right now.
Would the 18th work for everybody? It's a Tuesday.
Well,
Okay.
It's fine.
Sure.
At 4 o'clock.
You're saying now the 18th?
Yeah, the 18th.
November 18th, 4 o'clock.
Good with you?
I mean, that works for me, yeah.
Okay.
So then what we do.
We all good?
This meeting, schedule a special.
Yeah. So,
This is the official date, second Tuesday of the month.
So we're gonna cancel.
Then it would be
and
a
then
cancel of this one, and then, I don't know how, you have to talk to Wendy if it's a reschedule of this meeting, or if it's a special meeting that gets scheduled, because it's not on that
We'll figure
official
that out.
date.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll do it on the 18th.
okay. All right, then, if that's okay, then we'll ask for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Wow.
I'll second it.
You got 'em. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, we're adjourned.
That's weird. I mean, this happens a lot with my calendar. I mean, nearly every time.